안녕하세요. 라이온 아카데미 더스티 원장입니다. 요즘 들어서 학생들이 되게 많은 관심을 갖고 있는 파트가 하나를 본다고 하면 스템 필드도 있을 수 있고 메디컬 스쿨도 있고 엔지니어링 필드도 있고 정말 다양한 분야의 학생들이 되게 많이 관심을 갖고 있더라고요. 그 중에서 이제 메디컬 스쿨에 대한 관심도가 좀 많이 높아져 가지고요. 프리메드를 전공하기 위해서 어떤 것들이 좀 중요한가에 대해서 알아보는 컨텐츠를 한번 만들어 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그럼 본격적으로 시작해 보겠습니다.
On today's Lion Academics.
Hi, it's Amelia from Lion Academy, and today we're going to be talking about how to pursue the pre-med path in college. So first thing, pre-med is a path, not a major. So a lot of people think that pre-med is just a major, but it's not. It's rather a path that leads you towards being in medical school and becoming a medical student. When you go into college, and all these curriculums are advanced like biology and chemistry, and the pre-med path introduces you what you're going to be doing in medical school. So we're going to be talking about taking prerequisite coursework. For the standard pre-med requirements, there's 2 semesters of biology, such as Bio 101 and Bio 102, and you can also kind of skip these prerequisites if you have credit for IB Bio or AP Bio, so just keep that in mind. And you need to take 2 semesters of physics, you need to take 2 semesters of organic chemistry with the lab, and 2 semesters of English. So this is kind of true. A lot of colleges, they have writing classes that you need to fulfill for 2 semesters. So for my first semester in college, I had a writing course, and even the second semester I had another writing course. And for these 2 semester biology and chemistry courses, they're mostly just kind of continued. So for me, I took Chem 101, and next I took Chem 102, and they're just kind of you say bye for winter break and you come back and you're literally on the same chapter. So it's like a constant chapter. It's not something new. It's a curriculum that's just divided into 2 semesters. And as I said, you can skip Chem 101 or the first semester, because if you have credit for a certain subject such as AP Bio, you can skip some of the prerequisite semesters taking the course. But at the same time, a lot of pre-med advisors encourage you to still take the full 2 semesters, even if you can take it out for credit, because it kind of prepares you when you're taking more advanced courses for that course such as biology, or it better prepares you for the MCATs. Also, many medical schools actually require math as well, so you gotta take 2 semesters of math, and also additional biochemistry, statistics, psychology, or sociology, because apparently this also is a huge topic in the MCAT, and a writing intensive course, which I just talked about. We're gonna now talk about the MCAT. So basically, MCAT is a 7.5 hours of testing that helps you get into med school. It is mainly a requirement for getting into med school, so they give a certain score that you need to get to even apply to certain medical schools. And this is one of the huge parts of medical schools because it is really important. So if you have a hard time getting good scores here, now this can delay your whole medical school career and your path. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Also, this MCAT consists 230 questions, and the test actually includes various STEM subjects such as biological and biochemical foundations of living systems. And in this topic, there are subjects that include biology, chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and biochemistry. Then there is chemical and the physical foundations of biological systems. And the topics here include biochemistry, biology, general chemistry, organic chemistry, and physics. So next there is psychological, social, and biological foundations of behavior. The subjects include psychology, sociology, and biology. And this is why you are required to take a psychology or sociology class during your prerequisites in your 4 year of college. Some people actually wonder why is this here? So this is why. And then there is critical analysis and reasoning skills. This is just basically reading comprehension. So all these content areas are consistent with what you actually do in your 4 year pre-med prerequisites, because you are required to take a psychology class, a sociology class. There are reasons for why you need to do it, because it does come out in the MCAT. So the whole prerequisite for pre-med curriculum, it just basically prepares you for the MCAT. That's the way to think about it. So also, you may be wondering the timing of when you should be taking the MCAT. So you should be taking the MCAT from January to May at the latest. This should be the same year of when you're applying to med school and start interviewing at med schools. So keep that in mind. You may choose to take the MCAT earlier, which may actually be easier, where you can actually more focus on your other applications for med school, and you're just done with the MCAT, so you need to think about it. For that case, it's kind of rare because you do need to complete a set of classes. You're okay, now I feel comfortable to take the MCAT. So there is kind of a limit to that. You can pre-study it way back to like freshman year, but in freshman year you start usually general chemistry and general biology, which is where you get all your basic knowledge for the MCAT. So if you start the MCAT without having all the basic knowledges, it might be harder. But you can do that, and I know some people who actually finish their MCAT by sophomore year by studying during freshman and sophomore year, so that is a possibility, but it is hard. And also keep in mind that the MCAT isn't everything. You also have to focus on your GPA a lot. So yeah. So we're going to be talking about how you're going to be seeking advice and gaining experience here. There's so many ways to seek advice as a pre-med student. First, join a pre-med club. Every single school has it. There's so many pre-med clubs. For my school, we have over like 10 pre-med clubs. So you can join a lot of them. And during these pre-med clubs, you have upperclassmen who you can seek advice to, or you can ask questions. Sometimes these pre-med clubs actually have guests, such as like deans from medical schools or other visitors from different medical schools actually come to visit during these like pre-med club meetings. And here you can gain knowledge or you can ask advice. So there are a lot of medical students that came as guest speakers for our clubs. After the guest speaking was done, I got to ask questions and seek advice directly by getting their emails and just like literally talking to them. And this is how I got my first research opportunity actually at Harvard. And so your connection really matters, and by joining a lot of clubs and getting to know a lot of people is the best way to seek advice. And you can also seek advice from your professors, not any professor, but like your biology or chemistry professor who kind of you know that they were on the pre-med track or something like that, then you can seek advice. So that is my way of seeking advice. And also you can seek advice from doctors. So you can actually reach out to doctors, just send a lot of emails to different doctors in different hospitals, and they might not reply, but some may reply, and that's how you also get advice. And you can also get advice by, like, if you're already on research or if you're doing clinical shadowing, you can obviously ask your doctor. Also now, from getting experience, clinical shadowing is the #1 way to get experience and get hands-on experience for the medical field. And you can easily just do this by emailing your professor or asking anyone who have connections with doctors, or even just reaching out to doctors in general. So for me, I emailed a lot of doctors in Massachusetts General Hospital, and that's how I got my research at a kidney research center. So there's a lot of opportunities, and you can get these also shadowing opportunities by joining these pre-med clubs. The pre-med clubs are really helpful, so make sure you join.
Coming up next on Lion Academy.
저는 오늘 MIT에 나와 있고요. MIT 같은 경우는 미국에 있는 공대 중에서 가장 유명한 공대가 아닐까요? 칼텍하고 마찬가지로 MIT 하면은 되게 많은 사람들이 되게 좋아하는 공대이긴 한데 세계 최고의 공대라고 해도 문제가 없을 것 같습니다. 무엇보다도 MIT에 관련돼서 되게 트래디션 같은 경우를 되게 많이 얘기를 하게 되는데, 두 번째 트래디션 같은 경우는 기숙사마다 갖고 있는 트래디션들이 좀 있거든요. 그래서 나중에 투어 가이드들이 얘기를 하게 되면 MIT에서 되게 많이 얘기하는 게 뭐냐면요,